Hello. Today we're going to be doing problem 13.3, number 2. The Common Core state standard that I chose for this problem was content 7GB6, which states that students need to solve real-world problems and mathematical problems involving area, volume, and surface area of 2 and 3-dimensional objects composed of triangles, quadrilaterals, polygons, cubes, and right prisms. For this problem, I chose this standard because the problem asks to clarify the difference between surface area and volume. And this standard fits directly into this because it is stating that students must solve real-world problems that involve volume and surface area of three-dimensional objects. The problem is asking about surface area and volume of a box. So for problem 13.3, number 2, A asks us, students are sometimes confused about the difference between the surface area and the volume of a box. Explain the concept in a way that could help students learn to distinguish between them. And B asks, determine the surface area and the volume of a closed box that is 5 inches wide, 4 inches deep, and 6 inches tall. Explain in detail why you calculate as you do. So for starters, a warm-up we're going to do is find the area of this rectangle. 6 times 4 is how you find the area because length times height. 6 times 4 is 24. Awesome. So who can tell me what surface area is? Surface area is the amount of space that covers an object, or in our case, today, a cardboard box. Who can tell me what volume is? Volume is the amount of space inside an object, or how much space something can hold. So for A, students are sometimes confused about the difference between surface area and volume of a box. Explain it in a concept. Explain the concepts in a way that could help students learn to distinguish between them. So for surface area, we know that it's the area and the amount of space that covers an object. So a way to explain this to people or to students is by bringing in wrapping paper and having them wrap a box in the wrapping paper. The amount of wrapping paper that's needed to wrap that box is the surface area of the box. It's the amount of space that covers an area. Or another example is the paint needed to paint a box. So in the classroom, you could bring in paint and a bunch of cardboard boxes and have the students paint the box. Paint all the surface area of that box. For volume, a great example is how many marbles can fit inside a box. This is filling up the space in that box and showing the students that volume is the amount of something that can be held within a box. So bringing in a bunch of marbles and a box can help them visualize that. And another great example is the water inside an aquarium. Now, the aquarium isn't a cardboard box like all the rest of the examples, but it also shows that volume can be anything from toys like marbles to water, to food, to many things. Volume is the amount of space that is taken up inside an object. So you could bring in an aquarium and fill it with water. For B, determine the surface area of the volume of a closed box that is 5 inches wide, 4 inches deep, and 6 inches tall. Well, firstly, we need to help them visualize the box. So for this box, we have that it's 6 inches tall, 4 inches deep, and 5 inches wide. For starters, surface area, we know that it's the area of all the faces. From our definition up here in our warm-up, surface area is the amount of space that covers an object. So, back to problem B, our box problem. How much space is covering this box on each face? So we have 6 faces on this cube. We can count them: top, bottom, left, right, back, front. And we know that the top and the bottom are going to have the same 4 by 5. We know that the front and the back are going to have the same 6 by 4. And we know that the left and right sides are going to be the same 6 by 5. So surface area, you need to find all the area of each face and add them together. Find the sum of each face. So here I've written out surface area equals the top area plus the bottom area plus left area plus right area plus front area plus back area. Thus, surface area is 4 times 5 plus 4 times 5 plus 24 plus 6 times 4. 24 is 6 times 4 here on this face. 20 is 4 times 5 on this face. And 30 comes from 6 times 5. So if you add all of those together, you get 148 inches squared as the surface area for this box. To find the volume of this box, you need to find the amount of space that the box makes up and holds. The volume for formula is length times width times height. This means that we need to plug in 4 times 5 times 6 into this formula because the length is 4, the width is 5, and the height is 6. 4 times 5 is 20, times 6 is 120. Can anyone tell me what I did wrong here? That's right, I didn't put my units. So we always need to make sure that we put our units down. In this case, because each side is in inches, when we multiply them together, we get inches. We don't get inches squared because that's going to be area. Inches squared is when you multiply 6 inches times 4 inches. But here, we're multiplying them all together. And we have 3 measurements. So inches times inches is inches squared times another inches is going to be inches cubed. Good job, guys. So I'm going to draw another square here that I want you guys to pause the video and try to tell me what the volume and surface area is. Let's say it's, we're gonna go with this box. Oh, insert. Oh. Down. So, there we go. So let's say that for this box, the length is 6 inches. The height is 5 inches. And the depth is 4 inches. So I want you guys to pause this video and tell me what the surface area is and what the volume is. And when you come back, we will get right into it. Alrighty, so welcome back. We know that for this box, we have a length of 6, a height of 5, and a depth here on this side of 4. So surface area, we have two faces of 6 times 4, which is 24. So 24 plus 24. And we have two faces of 6 times 5. 6 times 5, which gets us 30. That's right. And we have two faces of 5 times 4, which gets us 20 plus 20. This means that all of that adds up to 148. And the surface area here, 148 inches is going to be squared. The volume is going to be 6 inches times 5 inches times 4 inches, which gets you 120 inches cubed. Awesome, guys. So thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.